let's talk Johnson City. Let's start with you, Allie. Actually, we're going to go back and forth. Your long lost friend that you met in college or somewhere out overseas, they're coming to visit with their family for a weekend. Same thing, Alec, for you.
Okay.
What would be your top 10 itinerary? More, it could be top three, top five, but we'll call it, what's the top 10 itinerary? Places to potentially sleep, food to eat. If you do one thing before you leave Johnson City, you got to do this. Allie, what would you offer?
Yeah, well, if my long lost buddy was here, I would definitely take them to Dos Gatos Coffee. I'm kind of a coffee connoisseur, not to
All
be confused
right.
with a coffee snub. I don't think I'm a coffee snub. But there's also Open Doors Coffee House. That's another great local spot. I really like to support our local spots here. So if they were going to come and look for lodging, I'd recommend the Carnegie Hotel. It's a local boutique hotel that I feel like encompasses our Johnson City area well. And then I'd venture over to Jonesboro and I'd take them to a couple shops down there, check out the International Storytelling Center. And then there's also another really great coffee shop.
Allie, you and I are going to be bonding when I get there because I am a coffee snob. I roast my own, so I'm very picky about
No,
coffee. But I definitely would love to have a cup of coffee with you. So
that sounds wonderful. And I didn't know if you wanted me to list them all or if we're going back and forth.
that's fine. We'll keep going with it. And this is giving Alec an opportunity to think, hey, what am I going to add?
Well, what's so funny is, Allie, you have surprised me in your answer because Allie is outdoorsy and I am outsidey.
Okay.
So I like getting outside, not necessarily so much entrenched in the outdoors. And I think that's why I'm so good at selling Johnson City, because it really is that urban dawn where the outdoors are accessible and appreciated, but we're not immersed in it. That's why the rest of our region is so beautiful, because it can cater to those kinds of visitors. But you gave such an outsidey answer that now I'm going to pretend that my outdoorsy biffle from big city. What?
I just had the coffee. My next step was to take my buddy up to Run Mountain.
Okay, I thought we were getting somewhere. I was like, Allie, this is like an hour itinerary, which is
I set you guys up. I didn't follow through with what my directions were, so I apologize.
That is our good. But see, Allie started my itinerary, which is like eating and drinking in the downtown district of Johnson City, because that really is the foodie hub for the region. And then the nightlife of the arts, like a lot of arts and cultural activities happen in the district as well. But because I'm forced to be outdoorsy now because of Allie and my friend coming into town, some of my favorite extreme activities that I've done in the region are, one, I did on New Year's Day with a friend. I hiked up to the Unaka Mountain Beauty Spot in Unicoi County. It was also freezing cold and very dark, but it's not cold and dark. That is one of the most notable vistas in Northeast Tennessee, hence the beauty spot. You get to see the mountain terrain from connecting from Tennessee to Western North Carolina. It's not a bad hike at all. Especially during our warmer seasons. And Allie also mentioned Roan Mountain. There's Carver's Gap there, home to the largest collection of catalog rhododendrons. Is that right, Allie? Is that how you say it?
I think that's how you say it. I struggle with that word. Yeah.
There's a lot of pink. There's a lot of pink there. And then some other big adventure stuff, whitewater rafting on the Nolichucky River, mountain biking across the region.
We definitely get a mountain bike ride in at Tannery.
Yeah, but there's those. Again, this is not my itinerary. My friend is forcing me to do this, but I guess for whitewater rafting, hiking, Tannery, mountain biking.
So, Alec, I don't want you to feel slighted in this itinerary because I am a foodie as well.
Hey.
First off, where is my go-to breakfast place in Johnson City?
So there is a very...
We don't want to piss anybody off, but...
No, but it's not too... Our local breakfast joints are still developing, but okay. I do want to highlight the one that is historical and very local and is loved and is a dive bar, and many visitors actually don't know about it. It is the Pennyman's Diner. It is Southern breakfast to the extreme. Okay. So definitely that. And then eating still in the downtown district, there's really a wide spectrum of opportunities, from barbecue at Southern Craft, Americana at Label, Asian Mexican fusion at Juan Xiao. The list goes on and on and on. So I'm a foodie, but I love history and arts and culture. So we have some really prominent historic sites and museums, the birthplace of country, Smithsonian Affiliate Museum on State Street in downtown Bristol. So if you're a history buff, you'll love this region, especially Greene County and Greenville. Their history is alive and well in Greenville. And in historic Jonesboro, that is a quaint town filled of 18th century history and storytelling, which for this association is key as well.
I love it. And
So-
I'm really excited sharing the destinations and the partners and what they're featuring. And now some of the must go tos when your family and
Yeah.
friends come to visit. But
The-
I'm really excited about the stories that are going to be told by our members in the OWAA and then some about why this region is so amazing. I'm really excited about that.
And Howard, both Allie and I failed to mention the miracle that happened in Limestone, Tennessee, right outside of Johnson City. Kapiki, our beautiful baby giraffe, who is an international superstar, because is it a she, Allie? She, he, what is it?
Oh, I'm not
Okay.
sure. I'll have to look that one up.
Kapiki is something.
We'll find it.
Yeah, let's go. But Kapiki is an international superstar. She is, I'm going to say Kapiki's a girl for the sake of this conversation, is a spotless giraffe, and that was born at a private family-owned zoo in Limestone, Tennessee. She was all the rage a few months ago, and now people from around the world are coming to Northeast Tennessee to come see Kapiki, because when she was born, she was the only known spotless giraffe in the world. Allegedly, they found one in Africa, coincidentally, 5 seconds later. But
She is a female.
oh my gosh, she was giving me that vibe. But Kapiki is now the only spotless giraffe in the continental USA. So we can confidently say that. And it's right here in Northeast Tennessee.
Well, I'm really amazed, and I have a feeling Kopiki is going to take you over the 1 billion mark. So I'm no doubt
Yes,
about that.
we love Kapiki at Bright Zoo. Yeah, I can say a lot about
I
that
love
zoo.
that.
And then, yeah, our list goes on and on. We have an active fossil site
Yeah.
in the Appalachian Mountains as well, great fossil site, which is a key attraction for Johnson City and the region. So what's going on, Howard? We could have another hour of conversation.
I'm
It
thinking
really
not
does
only
go on.
Yeah, not only another hour, but I'm thinking the conference maybe is not going on long enough. But
It's just a teaser.
it's a teaser, it's an
it's just
appetizer. It's like
yeah,
it's an appy.
Even though it feels like a feast while we're planning it, but I guess to everyone else, it'll feel like a teaser. And just more the reason for the media to keep in touch with us and all the partners they're going to meet so that they can continue collaborating with us for years to come. But also for our general listener, hopefully you're listening to this, you're going to see the stories that the association media members are creating, and that will inspire you to drive here, to book that ticket to Tri-Cities Regional Airport and really appreciate what is now becoming the shining star for the state of Tennessee.
Hey, folks, this is Howard. Guess what? We were just finishing up our close. I was having this great chat with Allie and Alec, and Allie reminded Alec, hey, we didn't touch on a particular and very important topic. So before we headed out for our Friday, and it's almost 5 o'clock somewhere, Allie and Alec are back, and they have another feature within this region that really is going to be very interesting to some of our outdoor enthusiasts. So, Allie, why don't you kick us off there?
Yeah, thanks for having us back on so soon, Howard. Among our outdoor adventures here in Northeast Tennessee, we're surrounded by scenic drives in the area. And I'll pass it over to Alec to talk about the Southern Dozen Trails.
Yes. And Howard, I think your audience would have demanded we do this additional
course.
feature because we're their number ones already. Thank you to you both for allowing us this extra minute. But the Southern Dozen, as Allie alluded to, is capitalizing on our scenic roads throughout Northeast Tennessee and beyond. And that is a motorcycle and car enthusiast brand that we manage here at Visit Johnson City. It's a series of 13 rides that begin and end in Johnson City. And and we provide complimentary services for you to know what to do, see, and eat along the way, and navigate them with our complimentary print and digital resources. So the motorsports culture is huge in Northeast Tennessee. Johnson City is notable nationally as being a very motorcycle friendly destination. If you don't feel like riding a bike or walking or being on a raft, many people choose just bring their motorcycles to the region and go riding. And we actually have a lot of big rallies that come into the region in Johnson City because Johnson City has those foundational infrastructure and facilities to support larger groups, but then they're going out into the region doing everything we just discussed, but by way of a motorcycle or car.